Now there are apps or machines that actually clean rivers. What do you have to say?
Ocean cleaning technologies. There are smart technologies that are available which can cleanse the whole surface. We have seen turtles dying on account of plastic pollution. Now we can prevent those wastages. They distill what goes to the ocean.
Entire villages getting electricity from the sun. What do you have to say about solar microgrid?
So community solar grids, isn't it? What a powerful tool it is. So one net you can put even above the lake. There are villages who have done it. It protects the complete electricity support, power support. Life is normal and there is no land required even.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Green TV. I am Shruti Seetharaman, a content creator, storyteller, entrepreneur, and a sustainability advocate who believes that we should be propagating about how we can make daily changes that actually changes the lives of people on the planet for a more greener future. And in conversation with me, I have Dr. Seetharaman, who is a global leading banker, who's also a sustainability advocate and has been practicing sustainability in every way, including green banking, in a way that he wants to make sure that the future generations have a better life and a planet. But today we're asking a very simple question by talking about real stories of how technology can actually save lives.
That's right.
Very simple question.
Ready.
So the first thing I want to ask you is about how solar light impacts education, right? Imagine not being able to study at night and then suddenly being able to. How does something that small change everything for somebody?
Huge character, isn't it? Solar lantern. See, if you don't have electricity, what happens? You can't study. The children can't study in the night. If you have additional advantage of solar, 24/7 you can study. What an opportunity. It's a life-changing tool.
Absolutely. And now I want to talk about another app, which is a flood prediction app, which means it's actually saving lives. This is so intense, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
You get an early warning. If you get an early warning, you know you have to evacuate. You have to protect your existing crops. So you will be engaging in, preventing the flood. You will be making pathways to ensure your, land area is well protected so that the productivity is not at stake and whatever you produce is not at loss.
Okay. And now the next one I want to talk about is I saw this story about a farmer smiling through a drought season. How do you think farmers plus water tech plays a role in this situation?
Smart irrigation. Smart irrigation tech is what he has put. All seasons he can drill. So he has to dig deep into sometimes, but it's a smart engineering and it enables him to ensure even during droughts he can withstand and he can supplement additional advantage.
Okay, and the next one is something that's very common, at least in India, but also generally power cuts, right? They're such a common thing, which means it also happens in hospitals.
Yeah.
What happens then?
See, it's important that you need continuous supply of power. Solar microgrids, if you fix it in the hospital, these are smart enabling tools. So 24/7 you have power supply. You can't stop emergency support, isn't it? For want of electricity or power. Here is a tool. You have fantastic, energy supplement is additional advantage through solar tech. Smart tech is a value advantage to protect the patients.
Okay, and now we're moving into something that I think we as children did not ever know, but I'm talking about, there's electric cars, there's electric flying taxis now that are coming in Dubai, all of that. But what about electric school buses?
Makes sense. There's no air pollution. It's smart technology again. Elon Musk has changed the pattern. Around the world today, the shift is on towards electric vehicles, whether it is through battery storage or through smart grid. Pool of cars can supplement additional electricity and they store it and they run it. fleets of cars. If you're running as an enterprise, as a taxi system, you can use it. So it's a huge shift, and the transportation, road transportation, or even air transportation in today's context, they're using renewables. Data centers are now like Google. They're running on renewables. So shift towards electric is a bigger opportunity.
And now we're moving into something which I don't think I ever realized, and this is about smokeless cooking.
Yeah.
Because I never realized that cooking smoke can actually be dangerous.
It is. It affects your respiratory system, isn't it? Right. I've seen my mother using firewoods and making food for us. How dangerous it is. Now we realize. So today, you have, without air pollution, through electricity, you can generate cooking. You have a smart cooking gadgets are available. That's quite healthier, isn't it? Healthy for the person who is cooking and the person who is eating as well.
Okay, and now I want to talk about oceans, because we talk about, or we are aware at least about how much the ocean is polluted with waste, right? So now there are apps or machines that actually clean rivers. What do you have to say about that?
Ocean cleaning technologies. There are smart technologies that are available which can cleanse the whole surface. We have seen turtles dying on account of plastic pollution. People dump, it goes to the sea. Now we can prevent those wastages. They distill what goes to the ocean. That itself is preventive. And again, cleaning is again complementing the whole footprint.
Okay. The next one almost sounds like science fiction to me. I'm talking about crops that actually survive climate change. And I think this is so important because we were talking so much about in the last few podcasts, but we've spoken about how the quality of crops and the resources that we get to eat largely affects our health, whether it's mental health or physical health in today's world. So what do you have to say?
It is sci-fi. If you look at the big picture, there are smart seeds, whether it's winter or summer, you can grow. And that's the kind of adaptability they have. And it's happening around the world because now weather is unpredictable. The seasonal changes are very much visible around the world. So, but you have to have productivity. Now, through technology, it's a great enabler. Now, we have such seeds you have to sow when you want it. When you know that predictive seasoning is not happening, intelligence can take over and support through AI.
I think a very important tech advancement that we should make sure starts being available and used everywhere, in my opinion.
Shruti, you cannot just, agriculture is a major risk.
It's complicated.
It is when it comes to occupation. So you have to wait for the monsoons to, support you. When it's so uncertain, you have to make it certain through technology. That's happening now in today's context. Their livelihood now needs to be protected. Technology is a tool. If we can put seeds which are going to last, irrespective of the weather patterns, then you got it.
And now we're talking about another very prevalent issue, which is we can find multiple ways to reduce water usage and wastage, but we all land up wasting some amount of water in our lives. How can tech actually play a role in changing that?
Smart water grids. Again, look at the consumption. Irrespective of the destination, number of pipes you have, the number of distribution centers you have. If you have a mechanism where it can measure, manage and control the outflows, and where it has to rationalize it, it will rationalize. Where it has to stop, it will stop when there is no usage. So it's a smart technology again in water management is available. In fact, we have seen that such exhibition in Dubai.
Yeah, I remember.
A couple of months before, yeah.
Okay, and now we're moving into something that I think our house in Chennai 100% needs. There is paint that actually helps to cool your house, meaning almost like cooling roofs, right? Creating a roof that's more cooling for the kind of weather we live in. What do you have to say about that?
Reflective technologies. It's available in today's context. The sunroof which we have in the third floor next to this studio is supposed to be reflective. We have to ensure the peak season, how it protects us and how it's conditioning the whole air. Let's cross the finger, and see the quality assurance.
Okay, and this one is about entire villages getting electricity from the sun. What do you have to say about solar microgrid?
So community solar grids, isn't it? What a powerful tool it is. So one net you can put even above the lake. There are villages who have done it. It protects the complete electricity support, power support. The life is normal. And there is no land required even. They're using the lake. On top of it, they're putting a hybrid model. So again, in the agricultural land, they put it as well as a sunroof, right? And it's so productive. They're growing crops. At the same time, they're also using the rooftop for generating electricity. It's a double income.
Yeah, and I think that was our last story to talk about today. But for a mini reflection moment, I think what I'm getting from today's questions or this particular episode is that sometimes you don't realize it's the small things, one small piece of tech that can actually change lives. Hopefully, this inspired you to read more, understand more, and be more educated about how tech can play or green tech can play such a big role in your life. If it did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially to a friend who's probably into tech. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Thank you.